Alright, so for this lesson we are going to be looking at the principles of art. So in the last lesson we learned about the elements of art. We were talking about keywords like color and line and shape. And now we're going to be looking at the principles. So the principles are going to be ways in which artists are taking the elements such as line, color, shape, and organizing them and kind of laying them out in different ways on their composition. So principles are more like guidelines or way the overall look of the composition will look. So you're going to hear some new words like balance and variety and gradation and several other principles that we will be talking about. But first we'll just look at the simple definitions, and then we'll go into looking at some examples of each principle, and then we're going to end with a critical thinking activity at the end. I'm going to introduce a small quote, very short, about an artist, quoted by the artist Michelangelo, and I want you to think at the end and kind of take in this, the last lesson when we were talking about elements and the new lesson now that we're talking about principles, and kind of think about the quote posted at the end and talk about how artists are using the elements and principles and kind of planning and organizing and using guidelines in their work. So if you have any questions, feel free to Moodle message me and I will get back to you whenever I can.